My name is Ashanti Martyr, and I am the face behind the cake tree. I was inspired to start the cake tree by a desire to have cakes that both looked good and tasted good. I found every time I bought a cake, it looked good, but it didn't taste that good. But if it tasted good, it really didn't look good. And I thought there has to be a way to get both. So that's what I set out to do. My earliest memory of baking is being in the kitchen with my aunt at Christmas time where she used to make these wonderful, delicious fruitcakes. I remember the sound of that mixer just going. It was quite comforting to me back then. It actually still is very comforting to me now just to hear the sound of that mixer going. My greatest challenge so far with providing custom cakes has been with pricing. Custom cakes are not cheap. They take a lot of time to make, and there is a lot of fine detail work that goes into them. As with anything custom, think of, let's say you're getting yourself a custom pair of shoes. The price for that is going to be significantly higher than if you just went and got a regular pair of shoes. Every cake that goes out is individualized, it's different, so every cake is priced differently. The most satisfying aspect of owning my business. I used to think that it would be being able to set my own hours, my own time for work, but I found that working for myself, I actually work a lot longer and a lot harder than I was when I was working for somebody else. I would say, though, that the most satisfying aspect of owning my business is that it is my business. I get to create it, I get to mold it, make it the way that I want it to be, and watch it grow into what I want it to become. Just seeing something go from the ground up, and you get to think, I built that, I did that. That is actually the most satisfying part of it. I get that same feeling with my cakes when I look at them and I'm like, wow, I actually did that. I did that. That is one of the most satisfying feelings ever. I get inspiration for my cakes from literally everywhere, any and everywhere. It could be something as simple as I was walking and I walked past someone who was wearing a certain pattern on a shirt that inspired a cake, to I saw a couple of animals playing and that inspired a different cake. Like this one right behind me here, that was inspired by one of my morning walks in autumn where I saw foxes playing in the autumn leaves. That inspired an entire cake. So really inspiration can come from anywhere. My worst baking disaster. Oh my gosh. Um there was the time that I forgot to put the eggs in the cake. Whew, that was not a fluffy cake at all. There was the time that I forgot to put the butter in the cake. Yes, that actually happened. That came out as a doughboy, really. Dense, heavy cake. Had to remake both of these cakes. Those were not good days in the kitchen. There was the time that I gave the customer the wrong flavor cake. She was quite nice about it. Thankfully, I have awesome clients. Um, I think the most memorable one would be my daughter's birthday cake. It was in the middle of summer. It was hot. Oh my gosh, it was so hot. And I just sat and watched all the decorations just slide off this cake in the heat. It was heartbreaking. It was such a beautiful cake, too. And there was nothing that I could do. Just watch them slide off. That one I had to pretty much take everything off the cake and start all over again. Recently, I have been delving into our mythology, the mythology of St. Lucia, all of our mythological creatures, Papa Jab, Toes, Mama Dlo, Sukuya, Majinwe, all of these creatures, there is such a rich variety of storytelling surrounding them. And I would love to be able to bring those to life through my cake art. So that's the project that I am working on right now. You can find me on Facebook. My Facebook page is The Cake Tree. You can also find me on Instagram at My Cake Tree, or you can send me an email, mycaketree@gmail.com.